Crypto kids, welcome back to another video. Bitcoin is seeing a dump towards the downside, and it's not looking good. It could potentially continue, and I'll be looking at where I think the Bitcoin dump will continue, where I'm going to take profits, and yeah, we'll also cover the ledger hack and all the updates relating to that. So make sure to watch this video until the end, and let's jump into the Bitcoin TA. All right, guys. So just for today's video, I'm going to make an exception for the intro because Bitcoin is dumping, and we need to cover a lot of stuff very quickly. So Bitcoin ended up breaking down from this diamond pattern. And currently I have a short position, which is around 13% in profits. And I'm looking to take profit around $41,290 just to play it safe. Because what happens is Bitcoin usually ends up filling these wicks created. And we saw this dump towards the downside, of course, this very drastic candle of about 7.7%. Bitcoin ended up closing higher, but eventually in the upcoming candles, we came down to fill in that wick. So I'm going to add a take profit at 41,290, and my stop loss is at break even. So even if this trade ends up getting triggered because this candle may reverse, you never know, it's Bitcoin, we will be in a break even position. So that's what I'm looking at for Bitcoin, and we are forming this descending triangle on a little bit more of a macro perspective. So I think over the weekend we will smooth out this triangle, create a few more candles, and make it look a bit more nicer and a bit more tradable at least. And if Bitcoin ends up reversing to $40,000 and creates another rounded bottom, we'll basically have a double bottom in play, which could fuel Bitcoin to go higher in price. However, there is of course a chance that Bitcoin doesn't hold the support, and at that point I will be making a video and talking about where I think we're heading next. So I do have a few conditional orders on Bitcoin over here on BitFlex because of course I am very bullish in the macro perspective, and the reason why I am bullish on the macro is because Bitcoin is creating a golden cross over here on the chart. Now, it's very rare. It doesn't happen a lot whatsoever. So if we go back onto Bitcoin's history, we've not actually done it, right? So it's not happened at all in terms of the weekly time frame over on the Bitcoin 1 week index. And what happens with golden crosses is that it leads to massive price movements towards the upside in a very macro perspective. And of course, death crosses lead to moves down. So what happens usually is whenever we see a crossover on any time frame, Bitcoin or any other asset, it's attracted to the point of the crossover. So what we can see here is when we had the death cross, Bitcoin actually didn't go higher, lower, sorry. We went down prior to having the death cross, but the price was attracted to it. So what we can see here is, in my opinion, the price can come lower and try to retest it, find some support, and then continue higher, especially coming towards the Bitcoin halving. And after the halving, we will create all-time highs, in my opinion, like we do in every other cycle after parabolic moves up. So that's where I'm planning on buying up Bitcoin if we end up coming towards this support at $31,000, very coincidentally, because as you guys know, at 31K, there is the massive Bitcoin support, which creates bull markets or bear markets. And if I go into the Binance chart, I have the support and resistance lines drawn out just for you guys. So at 31K is going to be where I enter the most heavily, and in between that, it's going to be at 34K, which is just around there. And as you can see, we do have some sort of support at 34K too, and $36,000. And I think I put in a trade just at $38,000 too, just to play it safe and DCA as much as possible. And the way that you can do that is actually by going to conditional orders and selecting your leverage and putting trigger prices and order prices at where you want your orders to fill. Then you put the amount of how much you want to trade. And if you press open or long, you'll create conditional orders that will fill only if the price reaches to where your trigger price is going to be at. And guys, if you are looking for a place to trade, you can head over to the description below and sign up to BitFlex. It takes only around 20 seconds to sign up, and you can get up to 68,000, or actually exactly $68,888 worth in prizes. And the way you do that is by going to the rewards hub. So if I go and scroll up, you can go to the rewards hub under activity and claim your flex points, which I did today, thank God. And you can actually redeem them for pretty cool prizes, such as a Trezor wallet. And that is a beautiful segue onto our next topic in the video, because you may just be wanting one of these. Now, the reason for this is because Ledger saw a massive hack. Now, this massive hack is derived from an ex-employee, right, that has left the company, but they fell for a phishing scam, right? And this hacker was able to access their code, which they for some reason still had for Ledger, and they installed malicious coding that basically enables them to drain any wallet, any ledger wallet that is connected to any decentralized application over on Ethereum. So if you just have a ledger and you're saving up your crypto, not doing anything with it, then you're safe. But if you've connected your ledger through Ledger Connect to any Ethereum decentralized application, then you may be in trouble. So make sure that your wallet is safe, check if your funds are safe, and don't approve any transactions if you're connected to any dApps. Yes, they're saying the problem is resolved, but they're still warning people for another around 12 to 15 hours to not touch your wallet if you're connected to Ethereum, and just let it be, right? But of course, make sure that all of your firmware is up to date, all of your software is up to date, and disconnect or don't approve any transactions at all, in my opinion. Of course, do a lot of research. If you do, and if you have connected your ledger to a decentralized application, you may want to look at each of those dApps individually and see if they have created any updates or found any solutions, because a lot of these dApps have been working very, very hard these past 24 hours. So check for any updates. And yeah, guys, stay safe. If it's not connected to any dApps, or if you've just left your ledger, then you're fine. You're completely fine. This only applies to the Ethereum blockchain and EVMs connected to your ledger. If you haven't, then you should be completely fine. But ladies and gents, that is pretty much it for today's video. I don't want to make it a long one because I want to post it as soon as possible. So guys, stay safe, take care, and I will see you all in the next video very soon. Take care, guys, and bye-bye.